you anybody else in. I say I'm yours, but
MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. It's the home opener of this new season between the Chicago Cubs and the Pittsburgh Pirates. Folks around here in high spirits. Matt Vasgersian with you on a day that's been circled on their calendars since about midwinter. Joined by Dan Plesac. And Dan, as we get things going this season, it's pitching that has to be key if this team's going to have success.
Hey, just like any team, pitching is going to be the key factor for this ball club as the year plays out. I'm sure the staff will have its ups and downs, but putting together some quality outings early in the season could do wonders for this club getting out of the gate with a good start. All right, the stage is set. The starters get their final tosses in out in the bullpen, and we've got a good one in store for you, folks. Play-by-play is coming up next. Tyler Anderson gets the ball for the opener in front of these hometown fans. Dan Plesac, what do you got? Hey, you don't see a lot of guys that have 5 pitches, right? Sometimes it's hard to master even 2 or 3. But if you can master 5 like he has, he'll be in pretty good shape.
Striding in is Nico Horner. And we are ready for some daytime baseball.
The second baseman, Nico Horner.
He's ready. Here's the first pitch. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. And guys, as we take a look at the Pirates coming into this afternoon, they come in hoping not to fall too deep into an early season hole as they're just 1-5 to start the new campaign.
Yeah, Matty, what I need to see out of this offense today is some early production. Somebody's got to get on base and put the defense on their heels. They've been struggling recently. They're not swinging the bats well. They got shut out yesterday, and this offense needs to adjust itself.
Throws in time, and that's out number 1. And that'll bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. It was an 0-for-4 day for him in yesterday's loss. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. The temperature here at game time still definitely on the cool side. 51 degrees at first pitch. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2. And there are our umpires for this one. Working balls and strikes will be Mr. Darryl Parker.
Well, Dero, Darryl Parker behind the dish, and you never really know what you're going to get from this guy.
Yeah, sometimes, and I'd hate to be mean and say he flips a coin back there because that's not the case. But as an offensive player, you have to find a consistent zone. You just can't.
Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. The next Cub up, Anthony Rizzo. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And it's fouled away.
I love the aggressive approach by this pitcher right now, getting on the mound and getting ahead of the first 3 guys he faces.
Here comes the 0-1. Might have thought about it here, but he lays off the breaking ball inside. It's even at 1.
Hey, curveball that kind of backed up on him right there. Might have popped out of his hand just a little bit earlier than he intended.
1-1. He pulls this one into right. Polanco gets under it and makes the catch to end the inning. So a rather pedestrian start to the top half of the first. It's the Cubs 0, Pirates coming to bat. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Into the box, Kevin Newman. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Not shortstop.
Now here's the pitch. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Dan, D-Row, the Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon. They come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing well. Winners of 5 straight prior to that game.
Yeah, Matty, I don't think yesterday's loss should be a focus on this team whatsoever. I think they showered that one off. They had a big winning streak coming into their last game. Dropped that one, but let's see if they start another winning streak today.
2 balls and a strike now. And here's a ball hit in the air. And this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. The 2-2.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
Swinging a ground ball to third. And that finds its way through for a base hit.
Hey, you want to be the team on the attack, without question. In the bottom of the first, starting it off with a leadoff single gets everyone in your dugout going.
So now it's Brian Reynolds, as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Now the 1-0. It's tailor-made to short. 6, 4, 3, and they turn the double play. Key Brian Hayes digging in now. No one on base for him after the double play.
Yeah, Matt, that 2-ball really changed the complexion of this inning. It looked like the middle of the order was going to have a chance to get a big hit with some ducks on the pond, but now they just have to try and get a 2-out rally started.
Here's the first pitch. Starts him out with a sinker that's inside. 1-0.
That's the heavy sinker right there. He has the ability to get ground balls when he needs them, potential double play situations, or to get that jam job with no one on base, that tapper right back to the pitcher. One of the toughest pitches to hit in the game.
Swing and a ball hard hit toward deep right. Hayward able to track it down for the 3rd out. Nothing in the Pirate first. We're on to the 2nd now in Pittsburgh. No score on the show. Here's Chris Bryant now. Head-to-head numbers against Tyler Anderson. He's gone 4 for 9. 2 of those hits were for home runs. first offering. And a check swing here, but he clearly went around on a pitch that would have been a strike anyway. It's 0-1. And now a pitch on the way. Oh, and this at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now.
Man, that pitch had the look of a fastball. Straight changeup, the bottom fell out of it.
Now the pitch. Timing just a tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right.
Hey, last two pitches back-to-back, off speed, then he's late on the fastball. He could pretty much do anything he wants right here on the mound.
And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball. Swing and a liner. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Batting fifth, the catcher, number 40, Wilson Contreras.
Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. And on the first pitch, he grounds foul. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. A 1 pitch on its way. Now a ball slapped hard the opposite way. But he will come on strong out there in right and pull this one down for the first out.
Batting sixth, the shortstop, Javier.
So a runner at first with 1 out now. And into bat next, the versatile weapon, Javier Baez. From the stretch. Ball 1 as the changeup misses well off the inside. Now the 1-0. Finds the zone, strike 1. Bryant leads off first with 1 away. Two balls and a strike to Javi Baez. Now the 2-1.
They know the threat this guy possesses at the plate. I know it's 3-1 in this situation right here, but I can't imagine anything comes over the heart of the plate.
Count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Down the third baseline, but this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Got him.
Well, that's just a quality pitch right there. The location was excellent because if it's put in play, there's a good chance it's on the ground for a double play. And hey, a strikeout always works too.
Here's Jake Marisnick. As the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. He comes in after a day of rest yesterday, so we'll see if it did him any good. And it's 1-1. On a line, that's a base hit.
Batting it, the right fielder, Jason Hayward.
So that'll bring up Jason Hayward as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball one. Twos all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course here in inning number 2. Hit to first. And the 2-out threat won't pay off. The inning is over. Cubs strand a couple. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Next batter to the plate, Brian Goodwin. He'll lead it off against Jake Arrieta.
Brian.
First pitch on its way. Just a bit too much run on the sinker that time as it misses off the outside for ball one. Hit out towards second. Reined in. Throw to first is in time for the first down.
Batting fifth, the first baseman, Moran.
So to get his day started at the plate, Colin Moran tried to get it going at the plate. It's been tough sledding for him so far this year. First pitch of the AB on its way. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball one. That evens it up 1-1.
That's a great sinker right there. These batters are going to have to bear down because if he's got that good pitch working, it's going to be a long game. They might have to sit off speed.
Hit softly down the line at first. Fielded cleanly, and he'll step on first himself for the out. 2 down, no one on base. And the left-handed hitting outfielder Gregory Polanco bats next. First offering. Too much dip on the sinker. Laid off for a ball. Bottom of the second here with no score. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. Now here's the pitch.
I don't blame the pitcher one bit for trying to get the chase right there. He's been fouling everything off. He's still got the entire arsenal open to him, so we'll see what pitch he comes with next.
And an off-speed pitch swung on and missed, and with that the side is retired. Down in order go the Pirates. We'll move to the third with no score. Now to the plate, here is Jake Arrieta. 9-1-2 due up.
Jake Arrieta.
And now the first pitch.
The offense better get it going right here, because they certainly can tell from their dugout this guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
Sets the target low here, and it misses 1-1. Cubs pitcher at the plate, trailing with a 1-2 count.
Man, this pitcher is on right now, pounding the zone, attacking these hitters. He's making it look easy.
Here comes the 1-2.
We just saw a fastball right there. I would not be shocked if he tries to get this guy to go fishing right here and drops a little off-speed pitch in the dirt.
Weak grounder down the first baseline. But this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. Into the windup and the pitch. Nico Horner is on deck. Ground ball left side. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
The batter, number 2.
In now is Nico Horner.
Nico Horner.
Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. Third inning, no score to this point. Outside with the cut fastball there, and it's a 2-ball count. Three and 0 now. Into the windup and the pitch. Three and 2 now. Now the payoff pitch home. Fouled off. One out, nobody on. Fouled away. There's ball 4.
Wow, if that's not a strike, I don't know what is. I know these subs have a tough job. I get it. We'll see if he gets the next borderline call or if there are any makeup calls coming up.
So one gone in the inning here with a runner at first, and that'll bring up the former first rounder and Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. Set and the pitch.
When that threat of running's on first base, man, does that change the whole pitcher's mentality. This guy at the plate should assume nothing but heaters coming right at him.
Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
That's a great call right there. Fastball away with a guy who's got some jets on first base, almost like a hybrid pitch out. Great for a catcher if that guy's running. Easy transfer throw to second base.
1-2.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating, feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
Bottom dropped out on him, and that's a strikeout. And he is in there. They couldn't get him at second. And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch. So a man at second here with 2 away. And into bat next, the left-handed hitting first baseman, Anthony Rizzo. From the belt, the pitch. And he fouls this one off. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. And it's fouled away.
On 0-2 here, he doesn't have to give in with a great pitch to hit. He's got a base open, so he has to focus on making a good pitch right here.
0-2 the pitch.
1 ball.
Man, the pitcher let the guy off easy right there. That 0-2 pitch wasn't even close. I'd rate that as a non-competitive pitch.
The set and the 1-2. Lifted down the line in left. On the run is Goodwin. Into the corner, he makes the catch to end the inning. 1 left for the Cubs. Home half of the 3rd coming up. No score. Bottom of the 3rd now, and that brings up Adam Frazier.
The second baseman, Adam Frazier.
Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. Fouled off. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
Well, that's a pitch right there you gotta just lay off. There's a good chance he's going to throw it on 0-2, and if you can recognize it starting down in the zone, you know it's only going to go down from there.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Now here it comes. Into right field. That's a base hit.
You don't see that too often. You starting to get in swing mode and you start fouling off multiple pitches, you'll swing at the rosin bag if they'll throw it. Nice job by the offensive player to get himself a base hit.
Jacob Stallings will be the next hitter.
And he puts it on the ground to second.
He's got it. There's one. On to first, and it's another double play. Already 2 of them here in the first 3 innings so far.
Batting ninth, the pitcher, Tyler Anderson.
So base is empty now after the double play, and that'll bring up the pitcher, Tyler Anderson. Here's the first pitch. Now a flare out to left center. Marisnick is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. Bucks go down quietly. We'll head to the fourth, still scoreless. All set for the start of the fourth, and set to go as the third baseman, Chris Bryant.
I know we're not seeing a lot of offense in this one, but there's still some game left. I'm looking to see these guys, both offenses, make some notable adjustments at the dish and try and scratch a few runs across.
First offering on its way. Hit hard back up the middle. A diving effort as it's off his glove. And not really much of a chance to recover there as he'll reach first on what undoubtedly will be scored as an infield single.
The catcher, number 40, Wilson Contreras.
Next to hit will be Wilson Contreras. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in. And now it'll kick around in the corner. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning.
Yeah, they've been stymied so far in this one, but they've strung together a couple hits and are poised to finally break through. A base hit to the outfield, and we've got the makings of something special working here.
Here's Javier Baez. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one.
Man, he's looking sharp so far. 80% of his first pitches are for strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Set to deliver the 0-1.
You got to love that as a hitter right there. It doesn't happen much, but when it does, you have to find a way to take advantage of the count.
One and two now as that one's fouled off. Bryant at third. Contreras stands at second. No outs. And he takes something off here as this is a lazy fly ball out to center field. Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. And he will score on the sacrifice fly as he's in with our first tally of the ball game.
This has pretty much been a pitcher's duel so far, so any way you can score a run, in a sac fly right there brings home the first run of the game here in the middle innings.
So one away here in the Chicago fourth. And up next, the center fielder, Jake Marisnick. First pitch on its way.
From an offensive standpoint, this is where you got to push the throttle right here. You've had a couple hits in the inning. You got a 1-0 count leverage. Let's see if he can gap something.
And it's a called strike to even the count at 1.
Hey, he's got great feel for that pitch right there. He can throw it anytime he wants for a strike.
In the air, down the line and left. Goodwin's in pursuit. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away. Here's Jason Hayward now. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. First pitch coming. Here it is. Not close with the off-speed pitch taken for a ball. Here's the 1-0.
Nope, that's the ball.
You maybe get 2 pitches a game where all the guesswork goes out the window. This is certainly that situation.
The set and the 3-1 pitch. 1 run, 4 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. Fouled away.
That's a real nice location with that fastball up and in on the hands. Hard to do much with that because a hitter really can't extend his arms very easily.
He's set. The 3-2. And that misses, ball 4. So it's first and second now with 2 out.
That walk is going to feel a little extra frustrating for this pitcher. Not only do you never really want to walk the number 8 hitter, but it's also going to let the pitcher hit this inning instead of forcing him to lead off the next one.
First offering on its way. Jake Arrieta is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Comes set, the 0-1.
Hey, I know it's the pitcher at the plate, but he's going to grind it out right here. He's got a chance to help himself, and nothing's a bigger backbreaker to a team than watching the pitcher drive in a run.
Here's the 0-2. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 2 hits in the inning lead to a run for Chicago. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. The Cubs lead this one 1-0. So the Pirates batting order turns over and set to go. Kevin Newman, he singled in his first AB. Now here's the pitch. Good deception on the slider there as he's way out in front. The windup and the 0-1.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike. Count for 2-1.
Ball 3 as the sinker misses just off the black that time.
Great AB up until this point. A walk right here could really just infuse some confidence into this lineup.
Now here it comes. Popped up, and this is going to wind up a foul ball. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Swung on in the dirt, strike 3. And he makes the throw to first. Newman is retired, and there's 1 away. Up next for the Buccos, Brian Reynolds, as he'll dig into the left-handed batter's box.
And for me, this is the side he looks more fluid from. A little more control in his swing, and it seems to lead to more consistent contact than from the right side.
First pitch is a changeup for a called strike.
Hey, this isn't exactly the way you'd like to draw it up. Not throwing a lot of first pitch strikes, but the bottom line is he's getting outs.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Lifted in the air out towards left center. And he will run this one down. A good read off the bat for the second out. So the next to bat will be Ke'Bryan Hayes. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors so far for the Pirates. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Hey, back-to-back, same pitch, same spot. Don't be shocked if he goes right back out there. If I'm a hitter, that's where I'm sitting. Everyone would think he wants to go somewhere else. He might go right exactly to the same spot.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
I got the count 1 and 2.
Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, and this is going to wind up a foul ball. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2. And strike 3 called as he says, you got to be kidding me, with the side retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates. They're down 1-0. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Nico Horner. It was a walk in his last trip.
Nico.
First pitch of the AB on its way. Hard hit towards center. Reynolds is under it to make the play on the first out.
Jumped all over that first pitch of the inning, and he didn't miss it. Just wasn't able to steer it in a direction that resulted in a leadoff hit.
Standing in now, Ian Happ. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And they go right after him here as he swings and misses. Strike 2. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
As a hitter, you got to be staunch in your game plan. You know he has a nasty changeup, and you got to fight to make sure it's in the zone. That's a great take right there.
Fastball laid off well below the knees.
Hey, expect a challenge right here. Does not want to run the count full.
Hit out towards second. And very quickly there, they're 2 gone to start the inning.
The first baseman.
Base is empty, 2 away, and that brings in Anthony Rizzo. Here it comes. And he gets around on one and hits it high and deep to straightaway right. Polanco has to retreat to the track, but he has it to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs, but they lead it 1-0. And welcome back to Pittsburgh as we check in on the field with Heidi.
Matt, I had a chance to catch up with manager Derek Shelton during the commercial break about the Pirates offense. And flat out, he told me they just need to put better swings on the ball right now. He said they're searching for ways to drive the ball with some authority because it's just not happening for them today. They haven't gotten an extra base hit yet, so it's been a real struggle getting guys into scoring position. But the key, he said, is not to panic. Sometimes you just have to fight through the downturns and keep your focus and energy high.
Thank you, Heidi. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Brian Goodwin. He leads off in the bottom of the 5th as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can tell in between innings, the veterans in that dugout going up and down the line, trying to keep this lineup from getting super frustrated. They just have to find a way to piece it together. Maybe pass the baton, get some wheels in motion, maybe get aggressive on the base pass if they can get somebody on.
Just gets a piece of it, strike one. 0-1 pitch on its way. Swing and a liner. And that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
To the plate now, Colin Moran. As the sinker to him finds the zone for strike one. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Oh, and 1, here it comes. Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
Everything this guy throws is hard. That changeup he throws is in the high 80s to go along with that good heater.
Working for the punch out and the offering. And this one's in the dirt. And he'll rein it in as the count moves to 1-2. From the stretch. Drilled on the ground is short. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. The second for 1. On to Rizzo at first, and they get them both.
Really good hit from the pitcher right there. Down in the zone, hits on top of it, induces the ground ball double play.
Here's Gregory Polanco.
And he puts it on the ground to second.
Over to first, and that retires the side. Nothing doing here for Pittsburgh. They still trail 1-0. Digging in next will be Chris Bryant. Due up are the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, and they're hoping that this is the part of the lineup that can get something going.
Yeah, only 1 run on the board so far for them. They just haven't had consistently good at-bats.
Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. And he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike 1.
This guy's been throwing the ball great so far, but he's going to be tested here. 4, 5, and 6 coming up this part of the lineup.
There's strike 2 as it catches the outside corner. And he fouls this one off. The 0-2 once more. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. Bouncer to the left side. And the throw will be too late as he can't recover in time.
Well, nothing earth-shattering about this one. He just didn't finish the play and watch it into his glove. And now they've got the leadoff runner aboard and no outs.
Into the box, Wilson Contreras. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. The 0-1 delivery. And low, it's a ball and a strike. Bryant aboard here at first with nobody out. High and deep down the left field line. And they can't run it down. They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
That has to make you feel really good as the pitcher, right? You're making pitches all around the zone, and then you bring that one inside. You can't do anything with it. What does it do? It just locks you up inside. You have no chance to put the ball in play.
And that brings up Javi Baez.
And a swing from him yields a foul pop out of play to the right.
He hit a sac fly earlier. Now the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Trying to send him packing for the second time.
So the intent of that 0-2 cutter right there isn't necessarily to get a swinging strike. If you get it, well, hey, that's great. But if you get it inside enough and he does make contact, he probably can't do anything with it anyway.
Runners on first with one down. Now a fastball awfully close, but he doesn't get the call. It's 2-2 now. Two and two now to Baez. Struck him out, so he's set down on strikes for the second time today. So here is Jake Marisnick. He flew out in his last AB. Here's the first pitch. And that's inside for a ball. 1-0. Not quite reaching 90 with the fastball, but it's 1-1 now. A runner on first with two away. Here's a fastball that's wrapped out to left center, and this is going to get down for a base hit. Oh, and the throw back in is a wild one. Throw comes back in quickly, holding the lead runner at third, but the batter was able to hustle up to second with two away.
Their own pitcher is absolutely dealing right now, so this is a big moment in this game. If his teammates can pick him up and drive him in now, that might be all they need to get the W here.
Now here's the Pirates manager up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And he's going to motion for the bullpen, as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. He'll depart after 5 2/3, as it'll be up to the bullpen to keep his guys in the ballgame. Sean Poppin will slide in now and try to work out of this. Runners at second and third with two gone. At the plate, Jason Hayward, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. It was a walk in his last trip. The 0-1 offering.
One out away from stranding that runner on third. So the last thing you want to do is throw a wild pitch and let him score. Nice job there by the catcher to knock that one down.
Lifted down the line and left. Giving Chase his good one, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass. And both runners will score. It's now a 3-0 ball game.
Dan, from a pitcher standpoint, that's a backbreaker. 2 out, 2 RBI base hit right there.
Awfully frustrating. You're trying to make some good pitches. You get 2 outs, and all of a sudden you give up that big base hit that drives in 2. Frustrating for a pitcher.
Into the box now, Jake Arrieta. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. No hits to this point. The 1-0 home. Skied into straightaway right. And here's Polanco to make the catch, and that ends the inning. So 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, and 1 man left on base. Bottom part of the order, 7, 8, and 9 due up in the home half. It's the Cubs 3 and the Pirates nothing. And that'll bring in Adam Frazier. And through 5 turns at bat, they've only mustered a total of 3 hits. Not terrible, but they're certainly not firing on all cylinders.
Well, it's getting a little bit too late in this game if this continues like this. In today's game, with so many dominant bullpen arms, you certainly don't want to wait until the 8th or 9th to try to wake the bats up.
Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Hangs on him a bit that time as it's belted out toward deep center field. And a leaping effort at the wall, but it's in vain. A home run. So it's a solo shot to dead center. Second home run early in the year. And the Pirates have struck for a run. It's now a 3-1 game.
Man, you could see the center fielder tracking the ball the entire way. He thought he had it, and he might tell you he should have had it, but he just couldn't bring it back into the yard. Sometimes it's a game of inches, folks.
The catcher, Jacob.
In now, Jacob Stallings. As he'll lay off a curveball in the dirt for ball 1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. The 1-0 home. Base is empty here with nobody out. A ball and 2 strikes now.
He's got a good feel for his off-speed pitches second time through the order, and we just saw 3 in a row.
A bouncer to the left side. And there's 1 down now. Eric Gonzalez will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here. First pitch of the AB now. And he'll try to check his swing here, but he'll have no such luck. It's strike 1. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out, nobody on. it back toward the mound. There's Baez, and that's the second out. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Kevin Newman. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. First pitch of the AB on its way. Ball 1. On the ground, softly towards second. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. 1 in the inning, and it comes from a rather unlikely power source. Top of the order due up to start the 7th. It's the Cubs 3 and the Pirates 1. Austin Davis is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 35, Austin Davis.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go. Nico Horner hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out.
Yeah, Matty, but as he walks to the plate right here, he feels good building off that last AB. He hit that ball on the screws.
Becomes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Who started him with the change, and it's 0-1. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. The 1-1 home. Hit out towards second. A dive, but he can't get a glove on it. It's through for a base hit. Oh, but they throw it away at second.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
So now to the plate, Ian Happ, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. Now it looks like a right-hander's up and throwing in the Pittsburgh bullpen. Set. Here comes the 1-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Corner on at first. Nobody out. Here's a big swing and a miss on the fastball. 2-2. As a look, now the pitch. And there he goes towards second. In the dirt here. Oh, and this is low, and it won't be dug out. So he picked the right pitch to run on there, and he's in at second base with a stolen bag. 3-2 pitch. Line drive to left. And that's going to get down out there.
Dan, right here you see a situation where no doubles defense comes back to bite you. As a pitcher, were you even aware when guys are playing a foot off the track?
I'll be honest with you, D-Roll. You're so concerned about it on the mound trying to get that white ball to that dark brown or black glove that I never really ever turned around to even know it's where they were playing. I was concerned about getting the guy out swinging the bat.
And that'll bring Anthony Rizzo to the plate. Back goes Polanco. On the warning track, he makes the catch. And he'll indeed move up 90 feet, putting runners at the corners now with one away.
Good read there at second base to know he could make it to third on the flyout. Now he's only 90 feet away with one out.
Next to stand in is Chris Bryant, and their runners at the corners now. First delivery to him. Nearly got the inside, but ruled the ball. The 1-0 home is outside for a ball.
Hey, time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
Two-0 count, the pitch. And now here's a ball hit pretty well out toward right center field. Catch is made deep in the alley, and here comes the runner from third. And this throw gets away from him.
Hey, every pitcher likes to have some runs scored for him, particularly when you're throwing as well as he is tonight, and he gets another insurance run on top of it.
So in now for Chicago, Wilson Contreras. He went down on strikes in his last at-bat. He's set. Here it comes. It's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike.
Hey, I still believe in my heart the best pitch is a well-executed fastball down and away, and that's exactly what that is. He swings at that. That's off the end of the bat. That's not hard contact at all, and that's an easy out for the defense.
1-1 to count. A strike to Contreras, and it's 1-1. In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now.
Probably better that he let that pitch go anyway. After seeing a lively fastball on the pitch before, it's pretty hard to sit back enough on a well-thrown changeup.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Here's the pitch on 2-2. Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the second time today, he's gone on strikes. 2 hits in the inning lead to a run for Chicago. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark. It's the Cubs 4 and the Pirates 1. Ready now is Brian Reynolds. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered 1 hit to the top 3 guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
Here's the first pitch. And he lays off here, but it's a cold strike 1.
Probably a design take right there. They need base runners, so they're going to make him try to bring the ball in the strike zone.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
Ball. I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there. And there's ball 3 on a breaking ball that misses away.
Time to wake up the offense right here. 3-1 count, all in on something over the heart of the plate.
He bailed him out with a swing. 3-2 now.
He was in a great hitter's count. Should have been looking dead red, but instead chases after a pitch that he couldn't do anything with and would have walked him.
Swing and a liner. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1-for-3 game so far.
Hey, excellent job right there, leading off the inning with a base hit. We got to keep this line moving. We cannot stop. Nobody can make an out. We have to find a way to put 2 men, maybe 3 men, put some pressure on this defense.
So the next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Brian Hayes. He was punched out looking at strike 3 last time through.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system. Especially now, he's got to bear down. He gets the 2 strikes in this spot, has to put the ball in play.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. A line shot to third base. And it got there so quickly, the runner didn't get very far from the bag. They settle with just the 1 out.
Now batting, left fielder, Brian Goodwin.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Brian Goodwin. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. First offering.
Ball back there.
This is why the manager pencils these guys in the middle of the order. Big spot, time for them to get back in this game with a couple quality ABs.
And that's right there, and we're even at 1. The 1-1 is a changeup that's looked at for a ball.
Hasn't seen a heater yet in this at-bat. One might be coming right here.
Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1.
Well, tying run on deck. He should get something really good to hit right here in a 3-1 count. I'd be sitting on a fastball middle in.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. He loses him on ball 4.
The first baseman, number 19.
So it's a tight spot here. First and second, 1 man out, and that'll bring up Colin Moran. From the stretch.
Count 1-0.
Hey, he threw that pitch with a purpose to get a double play. Good job to let it.
Swinging a hard hit ball down the line in right. And this will get over the wall, in fact, so just the 1 run will be allowed to score.
Really unfortunate there. Obviously, the runner at second base was going to score easily, but it's possible they could have waved the runner around from first as well. We'll never know, though, as he's forced to hold the runner at third because of the ground rule double.
To the plate now, Gregory Polanco. As the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Ready with the 1-0 pitch.
That's ball 2.
It looks like the Cubs will get a left-hander up and working out of the bullpen. Goodwin on third. Moran at second with one away. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything, so he can ill afford to start giving away free passes.
Three balls and a strike to Gregory Polanco. In the air, down the line in left.
I know that's the spot he didn't want to miss him, but he got away with it.
And this is swung on and missed, so they come right after him, and it remains second and third, but with two away now. So here's Adam Frazier, and it looks like this could be a critical at-bat in this one.
Well, Wentz in my scorebook shows they haven't been able to get him out yet, so this could be a fun at-bat to watch.
First base open. It looks as though they'll go after the next guy with the force at any base now in order and two men gone.
Now batting, catcher.
So next to hit is Jacob Stallings. Base knocked to the outfield, could score the tying run from second. The Chicago manager up out of the dugout now as he'll make the slow walk to the mound. And we're going to have a pitching change, as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll depart, though you can't quite close the book on him yet. He's responsible for all three runners aboard. Andrew Chafin answers the call to pitch here in a big spot. He inherits a bases-loaded jam, but needs just one out to get out of it. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. On the ground to third. Bryant's got it. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. One in the inning for the Pirates on a couple of hits. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. The Cubbies are in front, 4-2. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Chris Stratton will come on to pitch now as he'll move into the 8th spot in the lineup on the double switch here. Michael Perez will also come on now as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hole in the order here on that double switch. And stepping in, Javier Baez. He went down on strikes last time up. Here's the first pitch to him. That finds the zone, a called strike. Action now in that Pirate bullpen as a left-hander starts to heat up down there. Set to deliver the 0-1. Fastball well outside. Into center field, line drive, base hit. With that, the Cubs get their leadoff man aboard.
Whoa, that ball was close, whizzed right by his head. I think he probably heard it go by, guys. That's pretty unsettling for a pitcher. Trust me, I know.
Standing in now, Jake Marisnick. In the dirt. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. And just what they wanted offensively as the runner moves into scoring position.
Wow, one pitch ago he had only given up a single, but with that wild pitch, that single essentially turns into a double. Those kind of things can absolutely kill you.
Breaking ball called just a bit low. Getting late, 4-2 our score as we play the 8th inning. To the left side, but it's well foul. Counts even at 2-2 to Marisnick. And now the runner's trying for third. Swing and a miss, strike three. The throw bounces, but he's out. Nice play there to pick the throw and put the tag on quickly.
Oh, man, that couldn't have been much more deflating for this offense. Kind of a suspect decision to go for third with 2 strikes, and it doesn't work out, so it's a strike him out, throw him out at third. Not the best turn of events.
And now the first pitch. Jason Hayward is at the plate as he takes a cold strike one. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Broken bat as this ball's hit on the ground. Throw in time and the side is retired. Cubs are down quietly as they can't add to their 4-2 lead. So now to the plate, Michael Perez. And he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. And the pitch. Now here's a check swing. Did he go around is the question, and yes he did, says the man in blue. Strike one. And a slider runs in on him as he has to lean out of the way.
Interesting sequence of pitches right there. A real ugly swing on a ball away, and it looks like the batter has a much better idea of what he's looking for after that second pitch.
Want to become famous? Buy followers and viewers on URL bigfellows.com. Want to become famous? Buy followers and viewers on URL bigfellows.com.
next to hit is Kevin Newman. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. He's ready. Here's the first pitch.
Nope. Ball one.
Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball one. The 1-0 home. Bases are empty, one man out. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. (3-1) the count to the Pirates shortstop.
A 3-1 count, tying run on deck. Good spot to be a hitter right now. You have to look for something middle in.
Swing and a flare hit toward right. And that'll get down for a base hit.
That's the battle, Matty. Working yourself into a 3-1 count. Having count leverage and getting ahead to a fastball. You don't get too many opportunities throughout the course of a game to have full count leverage, and he took advantage.
Next, it'll be Brian Reynolds. And, Dan, what's the plan of attack here for the guy on the mound?
Well, I think they have to go right after him. He's pretty unlikely to take you deep, but if you allow him to get on base, the chances of him scoring and tying this game become a lot greater.
From the stretch.
Ball, that counts.
These are the moments that don't always show up on the highlight film right here. Big spot. They have a chance right here. This guy mixes in a knock. They have a chance to get right back in this game. If not, if he grounds into a double play, it's pretty much over.
A 2-0 count to the Bucs center fielder. The 2-0.
Nope, that's down.
Key Brian Hayes, who represents the possible go-ahead run here, waits in the on-deck circle. Here it comes on 3-0. Newman stands at first with one out. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
Hey, now he's got me confused up here. This is a known sinker baller out on the mound trying to roll a double play, and he throws him a four-seamer.
Grounded back up the middle. Scooped up. Step on the bag for one. On to first, and they turn another one. Their fourth of the afternoon, and the inning is over. One hit in the inning, but no one left. Ninth inning coming up. Cubs lead it 4-2. So kicking off the top of the ninth is Andrew Chafin, trying to pad their lead here before the bottom of the inning. Now here's the first offering. Off we go in the ninth as the first pitch misses for ball one. Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. A ball and a strike. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Just behind the fastball there. 2 strikes now.
Yeah, he just wasn't on time right there. Front foot not down in time. Nothing happens before the front foot can get down.
The 1-2 is taken, but called strike 3 as he might have gotten a little extra off the plate that time.
That's a pretty unique pitch sequence, guys. Usually pitching is all about mixing pitches and location, but he threw that all out the window to get that strikeout. He offered the same pitch 3 times in a row, so I guess he sort of used that reverse psychology to outthink his opponent.
At the plate, Nico Horner, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Now the 1-0 is a slider that backs up for a ball. 1 out, nobody on. Hit hard towards center, and a knock for him this time. He's 2 for 4 for the game.
Everybody's different coming out of spring training. Some guys get off to torrid starts, some guys struggle. This is one that struggled, but maybe that single gets him going.
Into the box now, Ian Happ, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball. 1-0. For his career in this matchup, just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. Runner at first here, 1 man out. A high strike there, and it's 1-1. As a look, now the pitch. Runner goes for second. Pitch inside. The throw, not in time. He's in there at second. Well, when a stolen base is that close, it's interesting to check it out on show track. And as the numbers come in, you'll want to focus on the top speed. Really good, and it paid off there. Two-two, here it is. And that misses there, so he runs the count full now. Waiting next is Anthony Rizzo. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And that misses, ball 4. So with 1 out, that'll at least set up the double play possibility here that could get them out of the inning.
And with first base open, the last thing he wanted to do was give him something to hit in the heart of the zone. So no harm done. Force out anywhere now.
So it's a tight spot here. First and second, 1 man out. And into bat next, the left-handed hitting first baseman, Anthony Rizzo.
Hi.
As a look, now the pitch.
Ooh, he's really in trouble, and it's just getting worse and worse and worse. This guy needs to find a strike zone in the worst way.
The 1-0 is laid off for ball 2.
Hello.
The 2-0.
You can bet he wants
What is
that
this
one
view?
back at the plate right now. That's a pitch you normally see a guy drive if he has the right approach going.
Now the 2-1 pitch is swung on and missed for strike number 2. And a full count as that misses. It's 3-2 now.
I think.
Chris Bryant is on deck. First and second now, one man out. And he misses again, ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on balls.
Oh, that's a walk that could really change the complexion of the game. With the bases loaded, if he gives up a base hit right here, it could get real ugly.
Kyle Crick enters the game with 1 gone in the top of inning number 9.
Number 30, Kyle Crick.
Chris Bryant will be the first to meet him here, and he'll do so in an enviable situation indeed. Bases loaded and only 1 out now. He's set and the pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-1.
Hey, that was a nasty pitch right there. Ton of rotation on that ball. You could almost see the red dot from up here. Nasty depth.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Oh, on the ground to first. Can this be 2? Oh, and it eats him up a bit. So the first is in time, but meanwhile, the runner is in to score. Next, here is Wilson Contreras. Lifetime versus this arm. He's 0 for 4. And now the first pitch. This is lined into left field, and he delivers a big base hit. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead.
Hey, that's what you try and do as an offense. You get a 4-run lead. They're a grand slam ahead, Dan, but you're a former closer warming up. When you see a 3-run lead and then your offense gets it to 4, and you know that save situation's gone out the window, don't tell me that didn't hurt you.
Oh, it does hurt you. Oh, it does, because, Dero, the only way you're going to get into this game is it has to be a save situation. You sit and watch 8 innings of baseball, you get up to warm up in the 9th, and you're all ready to go thinking, hey, I'm going to come in and get me a 3-out save, and all of a sudden you're out of the game because it's a 4-run lead. Of course you think about it as a reliever.
He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Hoping to limit the damage, here's the pitch. And this is a fastball that's right on the black, but ruled a ball. It's 2-0 now.
This inning really feels like it's getting away from him out there. As a reliever, you can't let that happen. Nothing you can do about what's already happened, and it's only going to get worse if you're not focusing on the guy in the batter's box.
The 2-0 on the way is taken, strike 1.
Hey, it looks like this guy's going to work in the upper part of the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can adjust to the way he pitches.
Runners at the corners, 2 men out. Cubs shortstop with a 3-1 count.
Couldn't be a whole lot better situation to hit it now. 3-1, 2 on. He's got to be thinking he's going to get a pitch he can drive right here.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. High in the air, deep down the left field line. A ball that's carrying. And no one will track it down.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
He's set, and the payoff pitch. Down the first baseline. And a sliding attempt at first, but this sneaks by him, a base hit. Notch 1 in the score column as the runner from third crosses the plate. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance. And he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
In now, Jake Marisnick. And he'll watch one miss up and away for a ball, 1-0. It's been a 2-for-4 effort for him so far in the ballgame. In for a strike, it's 1-1.
Hey, that was a big pitch right there. You fall behind 2-0, you give this hitter count leverage. He probably tries to ambush a fastball. 1-1 count. He's got to really think through this and have a great game plan.
From the stretch. And that's going to be high, 2-2 now.
And think about it. In game 1 of this series, they've already had to go deep into their bullpen. This could affect them for the rest of the weekend if they don't get really good starting pitching.
Contreras, the runner at third. Baez on at second with 2 down. Now a swing and a little bouncer softly hit to the right side of the mound. Throw is in time, and they're able to avoid the huge inning here as the side is retired. So they pick up 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a couple of men left. On now to the bottom of inning number 9. It's the Cubs 7 and the Pirates 2. All set for the bottom of the 9th. And up next is Ke'Bryan Hayes.
Third baseman, Ke'Bryan Hayes.
First offering. And that misses, ball 1.
Count 1-0.
And here's a fastball that's nowhere near the zone. It's 2-0 now. Pitch on the way. And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1. Now the pitch. Out in front there as this one's pulled off to the left side. And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full.
Boy, that's one of the toughest pitches to lay off. A hard breaking ball at the back foot. Tough take on a terrific pitch.
Ready with the payoff pitch. Hard hit ball to second, but an atom ball right to him for the first down.
The batter, the left fielder, Brian.
Next to bat will be the Pittsburgh cleanup batter, Brian Goodwin. It was a walk in his last trip. He's ready. Here's the first pitch. Hit out towards second. Fielded cleanly. On to first, and now the Pirates are down to their final out. So now into the box is Colin Moran, and he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the 9th. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Now a swing, and he pops him up. This is right out in front of the mound. And he'll put this one away without much trouble, and the Cubs have taken game 1 of the series on the road as the ball game is over. 7-2 the final score this afternoon. The Cubs took the lead in the 4th and held on until the end. Jake Arrieta takes the win on the mound, his second of the year. Andrew Chafin turns in 2 1/3 out of the bullpen to earn the save, his first of the year. So that'll do it for us. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to the new website, theshow.com.